Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and I have some very exciting news for you today. There's going to be a brand new Marvel Superheroes tabletop role-playing game. This is big deal. This is a huge news in the tabletop role-playing game industry, and it has a lot to do with Dungeons & Dragons because licensed properties are Dungeons & Dragons it's a big part of the industry, and it really defines a lot of what Dungeons & Dragons can do and cannot do as well. So let's talk about this. First of all, I need to tell you, I was flat out wrong. I have said on this very channel that there would never be another Marvel tabletop role-playing game, and I am absolutely shocked to see Marvel announcing a new Marvel Superheroes tabletop role-playing game. By the way, the name of this is the Marvel Multiverse tabletop role-playing game, okay? It was just announced. You cannot get it right now. In fact, the first time you're going to be able to buy this is in March 2022. And when you buy it in March 2022, you will be buying the playtest rules. The playtest rules, right? Now, wait, what kind of nonsense is that? Shouldn't you just be able to download that off of Itch.io and give them feedback for free? You're going to have to buy their playtest nonsense? That's outrageously foolish, right? Well, there is a market for that, and it was created specifically, it was created by Paizo Pathfinder 2nd Edition, right? There was enough interest in that game where they could bind and print the playtest rules and sell it for real cash on the barrel, like $35 to $50 a book for the playtest rules. Right? Now, if you could sell nonsense Pathfinder 2E playtest rule books for real US dollars, you sure as heck are going to be able to do that for Marvel. And by the way, as stupid as it is to buy playtest rules, I'll be in line on day one, right? Like, I'm there. I will buy it 100%, right? You want to know why I'm going to buy the Marvel playtest rules? Because I actually own the best Marvel game ever, Marvel tabletop role-playing game ever created, and certainly, and while it is absolutely contestable if my version is the best, it is not contestable if my version is the most valuable. I actually own. So get this. Here's another thing. So the Marvel Multiverse tabletop role-playing game is actually so that's their literal name for it, right? But the real moniker it should have is the Marvel Superhero Tabletop Role-Playing Game 6E. This is the 6th edition of the Marvel Superheroes Role-Playing Game. I own the best one, which is 2E, and that is Marvel Saga Edition, which is diceless and uses cards to generate random values, right? And I'm super proud of owning it, and it is by far, nothing comes close, it is by far the most valuable tabletop role-playing game I own. See if you can get a copy. Take a look at what the prices are, right? It's way up there. I can tell you that right now. Way up there, right? So I'm very proud of owning that. It's by far the thing I am most proud of in my collection. And it's really incredible. Now, I will tell you right now, so I was wrong. I did not believe there would ever be another Marvel tabletop role-playing game. And the reason why is I don't understand why big IPs make tabletop role-playing games, because I love tabletop role-playing games, but basically if you own a worldwide intellectual property and then you make a tabletop role-playing game but out of it, you are inviting people to make new stories with their characters in their world, and then who owns those stories? That's a really good question. I'll tell you right now, I don't think that question has ever been answered by U.S. law. Not once, right? And the reality is the only reason nobody's fighting over it is there's no real money there, right? Which again makes me wonder why on earth Marvel decided to do this. But rejoice. I am super excited for this game. I cannot wait to play it, right? And I just am thrilled that they have chosen to do this. I'm so down to get this game. I am just happy as a clam that the Marvel Multiverse tabletop role-playing game is going to be a thing, and that we're going to get a new version of it. It's fantastic. I cannot wait. And I'll tell you right now, this is a huge huge event for the entire tabletop role-playing game industry for many, many reasons. Pay attention, and if you can, in my opinion, I would tell you right now, I'm incredibly blessed to own the Marvel, and I will say this, Marvel 1E is worth a little bit. Marvel 2E is worth a lot, right? The diceless version, if you got the cards and the box and everything, it's worth a good chunk of change, right? And then Marvel 3 and 4 were utterly forgettable. Marvel 5 was very interesting. Margaret Weis did a really good job, made a very cool, innovative game, worked really hard on it, and it all turned to tears and flames. It was not an innovative rule system. The rule system were so bad that a lot of people just really declared it unplayable, and that's what it became. It became unplayable, and that license was snatched back, I think, maybe a year and a half after Margaret Weis got the license. It was one of the most bobbled licensed properties ever, right? So 3 and 4 are very forgettable, but the reality is if you've been buying Marvel tabletop role-playing games, those books have done nothing but go up in value, and some of them dramatically because of the power of the IP. So honestly, I would really suggest getting a copy of this, right? Because if you are a collector like me, this belongs in your collection. No two ways about it. I would get the playtest version, and I would certainly get the real version when it comes out. That's just my 2 cents. Love to hear your thoughts. Are you excited? Are you excited to play Hulk versus versus Cyclops versus Doctor Doom? I sure as heck am. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.